that's why people do it on this side. Ding, ding. I don't want to hold the phone. I'm going through Salisbury. And what you don't want to do is violate any kind of traffic laws on I-85 from Spencer to the other side of Kannapolis. So what's that, 68 to like 63? You don't want to be holding your phone. You don't want to be speeding. You need to put on your cruise control. Whatever it is you need to do, because they sit on the bridge. I'm not paranoid, I'm just cautious. They sit on the bridge with their guns, whatever. It's not what you want to do. Sit up under bridges. You know, you'll see them especially if you got out-of-state tags. I can't tell you how many times that I've driven down here and you got an out-of-state tag and they're pulling you on the side of the road, and it's right, left, and it doesn't matter what time of the year or month. I see them on this little stretch all the time. But anyway, so last week we were talking about vision board, and people are doing vision boards for their families, vision boards for their marriages, vision boards for themselves. You got vision board workshops. There's all variations of vision boards, and last week it was now favors the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. And you know, I'm a counselor, and I come on live because things that strike me in my mind. And one of the things that struck me just in the last week or so is we are all somewhat related. We all can connect in some respects for similar values or similar thought processes and things like that. So last we were talking about assessments and vision boards, and I have decided that I have a 50-page questionnaire for individuals who are dating. A long time ago I had read that you want to wait 90 days and in your conversations with the individual that is sharing with you, and then when they begin to repeat themselves, then you know that there's the end of the conversation, and you pretty much get a good idea about who they are and all. Ooh, there goes the trooper now. The 50-page assessment, and I was sharing this with a marriage and family person, and they were like, no, Melissa, because one of the questions on there is you're dating somebody in the first few weeks, or I don't know, let's just do the first 90 days, invite the person, the guy, the girl, in their last 3 relationships to dinner, and all of you all go. And he was like, no, we're not doing that. And I was like, well, why not? Okay, well, and then, it's always the defense mechanism. Would you be willing to do that? I said, of course. The last 3 major relationships, and my reason being, and I polled a few people, and they said, well, first of all, what'll happen is, let's just say you got the one person that still has some type of resentment. They're going to downplay the person, and then, the other ones, are going to give you their side, and then the other ones are going to do whatever. And I was like, well, whatever. Just it's information, just like in an assessment, just like when you come up with a vision board, your goal is, this is what you see for your future, this is what you see for your life. Why not get collateral information? Why not have people that know this person to interject their thoughts about this person, because you can't tell the same lie, and have specific questions. But that is one of defining the relationship, or defining what love is, or defining what faithfulness is, or defining what loyalty is. Being real specific about that I see absolutely nothing wrong with that being included on the questionnaire. I mean, things like name, why we meet and have a relationship with nothing but nicknames. No, I need your full government. I need to know, about your education. I was talking to one young man one time, and he said that one of the questions he would ask when he met a girl is, like our education, school or whatever. And I didn't think about it because I don't think about a lot of stuff. But one of the things he was like, he could tell how financially sound she was if she had student debt or not. And that was important to him because it told him how much money she, disposable income she had. I was like, wait, what? But then I thought about it. I was like, well, I guess that makes a lot of sense, if you will. But why does she have that debt? And what about your debt? But anyway, but also knowing where someone is from, knowing about their values, knowing about their family. So part of the assessment also is, we need to go to some type of family gathering quite early on. And because I used to work in work release, and one of the issues was everybody was everybody's cousin. Well, for me, from Alamance County, pretty much everybody is my cousin. But identifying these individuals as cousins when they're really not cousins. So we need to go to a family gathering. I don't care. I don't want you to meet my mom this early. She's gonna have an opinion. Or I don't want to meet my aunts. Or I don't want you to meet my nieces and nephews. No, I need to meet all of those people. Because I had a couple of guys that was on my load that had 8, 9 kids. I feel like that needs to be disclosed early. I think that's important. For me, that's part of honesty. But back to the whole 90 days, here we are as counselors, and the move is to do brief counseling or brief solution-focused counseling and things like that, and go ahead and solve the problems at hand. And that's all well and good. But is anybody going to feel trusting enough to share everything that they want and need to share that has caused dysfunctional problems or been problematic in their lives in the initial appointment in less than 6 sessions? And most of the times when you do 6 sessions, they're over a span of about, a month and a half? So when you got 45 days, so you've already split that 90 days in half, and now you really got to do solid work. You got to be really crafty enough for an individual to want to immediately go deeper in a short amount of time, and then see how that value or that thing has caused issues or dysfunctions and or not. So I don't know about doing that, but I know that back to the original thing from last week with the timeline, it's pretty quick. I mean, it can be used brief, but it would help to go down below the surface fairly quickly, because as you're listening to them share, they're going to indicate certain values that are going to be repeated, and if you just listen, it's going to make sense. If they share about their goals, but you hear impulsiveness, then that's going to give you a pretty good clue about, and then you can ask them of all the times that they've been impulsive. And if you're doing mental health, then are they being impulsive, when they're under the influence and when they're withdrawing, or are they just impulsive? And at that point, it indicates the anxieties and things that they might have, which may be causing dysfunction in their life, which brought them to you. And then you can create the solutions. And then you can ask them, as far as what do you see for yourself? Because, with someone that is dealing with co-occurring disorders, mental health, or substance use, sometimes your focus stays so in front of you that you don't, you can't see beyond that. You can't see past it. And so that is my musings for this morning is, just in a conversation with an individual. Just in a conversation with an individual, asking them what, what is their focus, what are their goals, and laying it out for them in front of them as they're having a conversation. And I bet you'll get some pretty interesting answers immediately in the first session. So as you're doing the assessment, getting the information that you need, but also highlighting your life over time, and it actually works hand in hand. It becomes brief, and it becomes solution focused, and it also becomes a longer term thing that'll help to solve the problem. Again, if you have any questions about how to do that, as my suggestion, and it's rooted in research and it's rooted in empirical evidence, states of how you can interact with an individual initially in your assessment and get the solutions that you're striving to get in a short amount of time. Just give me a call, 704-333-2446. Make an appointment. Come see me, 1801 North Tryon Street, Suite 311B, Charlotte, NC 28206, or 508 Holly Hill Lane, Suite 102E, Burlington 27215. I'm available. You can always email me questions, melissatrinity.counseling@gmail.com, melissatrinitybroton@gmail.com, or you can go on the website trinitycounselingcharlotte.com or Trinity Counseling Services burlington.webs.com. All right, have a good morning. Music with Melissa.